If you invest $500 every single month, this could realistically grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars and eventually generate real monthly income for comfortable retirement. But here's the problem. Most people either quit too early or they never start at all. And the reason is simple. They don't actually understand what the long-term result looks like. So, in this video, we're going to break this down step by step, using one of the simplest ETFs available. And by the end, you'll know exactly what to expect and whether this strategy is actually worth it. The ETF we're using is VTI. This stands for Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. What this means is very simple. Instead of trying to pick individual stocks, you are investing in the entire U.S. stock market. Thousands of companies, all in one single investment. That includes large companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and many more. But it also includes smaller companies that most people don't even know. So when the overall market grows, your portfolio grows with it. Now let's talk about returns. Historically, this ETF has returned around 7 to 9% per year over long periods of time. Some years will be higher, some years will be lower, and some years the market will go down. But over time, it trends upward. It also pays a dividend, but this is relatively small, usually around 1 to 2% per year. So this is very important. This is not an income strategy. This is a growth strategy. Now, let's break down the actual numbers. If you invest $500 every single month and you stay consistent, we can estimate what happens over time. Let's assume an average return of 8% per year. After 5 years, you would have around $36,000. At this point, it doesn't feel very impressive. And this is exactly where most people quit. After 10 years, you're at around $90,000. Now it starts to feel real. You can actually see progress. After 20 years, you're at around $295,000. Now something interesting happens. Your returns start becoming larger than your contributions. This is where compounding begins to take over. And after 30 years, you're looking at roughly $750,000. Now pause for a second and really think about that. You invested $500 per month and built a portfolio approaching $1 million without picking stocks and without timing the market. That is the power of consistency. Now let's make this even more real. Let's compare two people. Person A starts investing today. Person B waits 10 years. They invest the same amount every month. But person B ends up far behind because time is the most important factor. Not timing, not picking the perfect ETF. Just time. Now, let's talk about income. Because this is what most people actually want. Even though VTI focuses on growth, you can convert it into income later. Let's say after 30 years, you have around $750,000. If you withdraw around 4% per year, that gives you about $30,000 annually, which is roughly $2,500 per month. Now imagine combining this with other income sources, or increasing your monthly investment over time. This number can grow even more. But here's the part most people underestimate. The hardest part is not the math, it's the behavior. The first 5 years feel slow. Almost nothing seems to happen. And this is where most people give up, right before the strategy actually starts working. Now let's quickly go over the pros. You are fully diversified. You have extremely low fees. You don't need to pick stocks, and the strategy is simple. But there are also downsides: low income in the beginning, market volatility, and most importantly, this requires patience. So who is this actually for? This works best for long-term investors, people starting from zero, and anyone who wants a simple system that they can stick with. If your goal is fast income, this is not the right approach. But if your goal is building real wealth over time, this is one of the most reliable strategies available. So the conclusion is simple. This strategy is not exciting, it's not flashy, but it works. If you stay consistent, this can eventually generate thousands of dollars per month.